What is up, everybody? My name is Soupy, and welcome back to the BT Cup 2021. Unfortunately, Nin, his girlfriend, brought home some chicks, and sounds like there's a party going on at Nin's place, so I'm stuck in the commentary booth alone. Hope you don't mind, but we have an absolute cracker of a match coming up for you here. It's the Portuguese showdown. It's VeGiTo versus JonaZ. Both players from Portugal, as mentioned, and both very strong players so far coming into the Cup. This is the semi-finals of Division 3. One of these players will be making their way into the grand finals against the 14-year-old Lithuanian legend Marami Frog. The other will be heading to the bronze match, and they will be playing against No Action to figure out who will take home the remaining part of the €355 prize pool. So lots to play for here. Like I said, I'm going to be here by myself, but hopefully should still be a good time. And 9 seconds until the play starts. Here we go. All right, let's get on board these guys. This is the Portuguese final. VeGiTo versus JonaZ. Yeah, the Portuguese standoff, I guess we can call it at this point. I'm expecting JonaZ. I was saying this to the stream earlier, Nin, that I expect JonaZ to pull this one in 4. But it's going to be a tough match, I think.
We're on basic again, Super.
We are. The map list is basic, LavaFactory, Contaminant, Rush, and Blitz Castle. So a couple of double ups from the maps that we have been seeing all night tonight. Basic being one of them, LavaFactory the other. But JonaZ making the first crucial mistake there, giving the lead to VeGiTo, who also seemed to have made a mistake somewhere and is still in the spawn room. So both players pretty much neck and neck, resetting their first runs.
JonaZ showing the death there. VeGiTo, I think he must have fallen in the jump over the spawn room. So yeah, JonaZ has no idea. That may mean that he starts running a lot faster.
And yeah, VeGiTo did fall. This is where he fell earlier. He makes it through, no problem. Takes it a little bit careful this time. But JonaZ making the same mistake and also suiciding. Not sure if suiciding is the correct play there. It probably saves you a couple of seconds, but you don't want to give VeGiTo that information.
It doesn't save you seconds. It will lose you time actually, because you've got to go from that spawn area and make your way over again. So all round, not a good decision. But you know, when you make a mistake, you kind of instinctively just hit that bind right in practice and stuff like that.
So VeGiTo with a big advantage here going into the first cap, hitting the lift jump, but no, he misses the lift jump. VeGiTo taking a death where we've seen deaths all day today.
Yeah, I don't really know what more there is to say on basic, really. Like, this is the 6th time now I think we're seeing this map today, or in these playoffs at least, and yeah, it's just that lift jump. It's lethal, right?
We've seen this time and time again, where players are picking this. VeGiTo picked this, and they're just not looking comfortable on these maps. I'm curious as to why they are picking them.
I think it's because you can basically guarantee, or bet on at least, that your opponent is going to die on this map. But the thing is, you can also bet and guarantee that you're probably going to take a few deaths as well. So
it's a risk versus reward, but I mean, I think you'd be just better off picking something that you know you're stable at. Maybe you don't want to pick too easy of a map in VeGiTo's case if you're playing against JonaZ, who's a very quick player. You know you're going to get outrushed, but you know you have to be confident in the map that you're playing. And here's JonaZ approaching the jump that most people have been failing today, but no problem for him, and he's going to take the first cap here.
See, yeah. Yeah, indeed. Safe saying, choice of playing to your strengths or the opponent's weaknesses. I guess in this example, it's playing to the opponent's weaknesses, but we just don't really know enough info on these players, I guess, to know for sure. But
yeah, I mean, from what I've seen so far from JonaZ, he's been very stable, even in the playoff game. So, I mean, yeah, I understand the whole premise behind, you know, picking against people's weaknesses. But, yes, we have seen them being weak on here, but you also have to know that, you know, you have to be stronger than them at some point. And, you know, if you're never going to cap a map, it doesn't matter if it's the weakest map for them. Yeah, it won't make too much of a difference, I don't think, as we see JonaZ picking the flag up for the second time. VeGiTo messing up the sequence once again. JonaZ heading towards the flag room, pretty much safe and secure. I mean, we have seen that jump in, this one coming up right here, but no problem for JonaZ whatsoever.
Yeah, you just make the jump nice and close to the wall, jump around, and there you go. 3-1.
4 seconds until we start, and we are in. VeGiTo versus JonaZ. Both players taking... no, sorry, only VeGiTo taking damage there on the first dodge. We did see a couple of deaths earlier today from the players going too far down and cratering. We're not going to see those problems in the first run here.
Quite an interesting map choice, because there's only so much time that you can make up against your opponent here. But that being said, JonaZ is already 2-3 seconds ahead.
I mean, I think a lot of people get perceived by how much time you can make up because, you know, yes, the map is very basic and there's, you know, there's not much to it. But that being said, every jump, every dodge, if you're doing it, you know, 50 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds faster, and you can see JonaZ just so confident with every single move that he makes, while VeGiTo kind of takes his time a little bit more, and over a space of 1 minute, he's gained 5.5 seconds. You know, I guess VeGiTo, you're hoping that JonaZ just outrushes himself here. Easy to make a mistake. They are quite long dodges, long jumps, and in a cup, you know, like that, just like that, Soupy's called it once again. JonaZ taking the straight line path when he had the advantage, and while it pays off sometimes, it can also bite you in the arse left-hand side. Makes the first jump, makes the second jump, but the first dodge, he just dodges too early and doesn't make the distance. And VeGiTo taking the second cap here, got half a map lead against JonaZ. You got to be feeling pretty good about VeGiTo right now. And one big advantage that VeGiTo has is that his natural running style is slow and steady. So, you know, this is not doing anything out of the ordinary for him. You can see he's happy to line up the dodges and jumps as he sees necessary. He takes everything so carefully, crouching between each thing. This is just normal for VeGiTo, and he's only got a couple more jumps to go. We have seen people die here before, so I'm not going to call it just yet. But VeGiTo goes through the teleporter, grabs the flag, and we're 1-1. We're going to be getting into Contaminant for the third map of this match. Best out of 5. And here we are on board with VeGiTo and on board with JonaZ. And let's see how we go here. I'm expecting JonaZ to take a slight lead here in the start. Not like that. I was just expecting from his rushing ability to take a lead, which he was doing already. But VeGiTo with first mistake, second mistake.
Oh, he's coming up to that infamous spot.
Takes a little bit of delay there, but just enough to fit the dodge in and get on the platform before it comes back in. And unless he craters here, it's going to be first cap for JonaZ.
Yeah, and the reason that's like such an infamous spot, I think, is because, you know, when you do that jump and you land on that tiny ledge that you have to dodge from to make the platform, you know, any kind of like cold fingers or nerves or even just a bit of a lag at that time, you know, it's going to cost you a death really late into the run.
Exactly, and these guys have been playing all day today. You know, I don't want to say the word burnt out, but, you know, they could be feeling it. I guess exhaustion is a correct word for that. JonaZ taking a death there. While it doesn't seem so consequential, VeGiTo's just capping now, so he's basically reset the lead to about 8 seconds here. We have JonaZ here approaching the button at the top of the tower, and let's see. Oh no! JonaZ, he's fine. He's going to recover from that, but the whole sequence is going to reset. What is he doing? JonaZ, what are you doing? A little bit flustered there. Luckily saved himself. And took a little bit of a delay there on the dodge as well, but makes it through. That was the Portuguese pressure creeping through once again there by JonaZ.
Yeah, good recovery in the end. You know, I was also concerned for him missing that jump, but realised the bounce pad was there. But then, of course, almost just flew off the edge.
Yeah, let's take a look at that on the instant replay while VeGiTo's getting his second cap in here. Yeah, misses the jump, and then he forgot which way he has to turn. Quickly pulls it back in. I mean, his missus would be proud about that pull out because far out. That was, if he was a little bit later on that, he was not going to survive that at all. He was looking a little bit sketchy last time, but this time makes it without any issues. VeGiTo, on the other hand, struggling to get out. He does with 4 HP, but it's too little too late. It's not going to really matter in the end. JonaZ is going to get his third cap in and take the match score to 2-1 in his favor. Both players have readied up. We're moving into map 4 of the semi-final, the final semi-final of the evening. That did sound definitely very odd, but I hope you know what I meant. And VeGiTo getting a little bit stuck there on the pole on the first one, and getting stuck there again. A little bit of a face glitch or something like that. I'm not sure what's happening there, but he is fine. Yeah, I'm curious to see how VeGiTo takes the next room. JonaZ. We saw a lot of head bumps there earlier in, I think in a group stage match, actually. VeGiTo still struggling to get just even out of this room. Finally makes it out. Let's see which route he takes as JonaZ gets his first cap in.
Yeah, so I think from now on, JonaZ should not be taking that middle route in that final room before the flag room.
Oh, and speaking of the middle route in the final room before the flag room, VeGiTo actually surprisingly went for it.
A very unusual decision from him. He really just needed to get that cap in there. So yeah, looking really good for JonaZ now. Only a second or so behind on this run.
Yeah, and he's going to catch up here, just based on going the quicker way. He's going the middle route again, and this time no problem at all. Missing the lift, and I'm not sure if he knows there is another lift that he can use there. And JonaZ standing way too far back on that platform, getting up. The Div 3 players must be counting their blessings that that doesn't kill, because if that killed, I don't think this map would have been finished in half of the group stage matches.
Most likely not. Yeah, it's a tricky little lift. You kind of have to jump and shoot, don't you, as you're going up on it? It's a weird one.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, JonaZ has passed the hardest part of the map now. He's just, I mean, I'm nervous for him taking this middle route. Oh, VeGiTo's actually made it this time. See if JonaZ gets it, goes for it, makes it. Yeah.
And both players make it, so I think JonaZ has locked this one up, unless he misses a dodge here, unless he does something unseen before, which he doesn't. JonaZ, will he get the cap in and make it 3-1? He does indeed get the cap in before VeGiTo can get his second. And GG to both. JonaZ heading through to the finals against Marami Frog.